What's up, amigos? I hope everyone's having a damn good one. Currently, we went live yesterday for 7 hours, playing the new Avalon with Phase 8, enjoying the absolute hell out of everything. I have played a lot of it so far, and I wanted to give you my honest thoughts on my experience, since, I'm putting all this time and effort to basically just go through it all and showcase what I've enjoyed so far. And there's many other things to come, especially, with the raid starting tomorrow. I believe I'm going on the raid on Saturday. But for the most part, New Avalon is a very, very interesting area, and I wanted to showcase you guys a couple things that you may enjoy, maybe you don't know, or maybe you're trying to do and figure out. Now, what we started off doing last night is that we made sure to basically farm out these mobs, because on the PTR, it just seemed like too that the best thing was to do is just farm out the mobs and get the plans. Pretty much straightforward, right? There's really no other explanation to go about it. And the one thing that I did notice from farming these mobs for like an hour or two, that was like basically my first hour or two experience of New Avalon, was that these mobs are very tanky, right? And they do hit hard, but also the confessors, the ones that, cast the incise truth, really need to be focused on. Especially just farming them in a bunch with a group, having a healer is very important. And obviously just, cleaving them down is the best way to go about it. But regardless of that, I also noticed that the plans to get were extremely hard for plate wearers. And it was more easier to get the leatherworking and tailoring plans more than anything from, my experience. But once we did get these plans, we basically went to the blacksmith in New Avalon. You can't make this at your local cities. You have to make this at the Radiant Forge in New Avalon, so you can craft your Scarlet Disguise, which requires a couple batch of materials like Thorium Bar, Righteous Orbs, in order to craft these things. Some of them require a Blood of Heroes as well, if you wind up getting like the Scarlet Legs, which require 1 Blood of Heroes. That's why a lot of these fallen heroes, if you look around the Eastern Plague Lands or Western or in New Avalon, because they could spawn there, are basically wandering around. And once you get this entire gear set, you are able to basically wear this within New Avalon without getting hit whatsoever, besides the Bloodhounds.
Goodies. Oh.
Which we'll talk about that in a second, because those Bloodhounds actually do smack. They will notice you no matter what, even if you do have the disguise on. But yeah, once you get all your gear pieces, you put it on, and then you cast your Scarlet Insignia, which basically acts as a cover-up, like a disguise, to basically walk around New Avalon with no problems whatsoever. Everybody's friendly to you. You can access the vendors, and then you can finally make your way to other locations in this area that you need to access different, quests, like your weeklies, like going to the garrison, for example, which we're going to showcase now. Now, once you're at the garrison, there's a couple things that you could do here. For one of the most important things is that you want to make sure to always do your daily quests. And I think before I was saying it's a weekly, but I think this is a daily quest that you can do. And when you do this daily quest, you will get these fragments from these Scarlet Jukeboxes, but it requires you to make a Scarlet piece. So you have to make a Scarlet piece in order to submit this to your actual Scarlet junk box. And then once you craft this piece, you could basically donate it in the box or just give it to the person straight up, and then they will give you the Scarlet junk box, so you can open this up to get a variety of materials. Which actually, when I saw the materials that they gave, I was actually pretty shocked, because I thought it was just going to be, just straight up the fragment piece to eventually make your new Inquisition tier set bonus piece. But it was actually much, much more than that. As we go here, we go to hand in the box, where, we have the belt created, and then we open the box up, which I'll showcase right here in a second. I believe we walk out front here and we open the box up, and it gives a plunder of materials. We got Righteous Orb, which we had to make a Righteous Orb to make the belt in the first place, so we get our Righteous Orb back. We got 2 fragments instead of 1. We got Plague Boon, Undermine Reels, and other variety of source of materials as well. But it's really cool that this is what, the boxes are including, that it gives you actual mats that I didn't expect to get in the first place. as well as the garrison having an actual bank that you could just donate your stuff at once you have the disguise on too. So it's a pretty clutch place, I'm not gonna lie. This is also on top of having the place to do your food quests at. As you can see, I'm grabbing the bowls of food here because in the garrison there is a bunch of like little small pieces of cheese around the building, and also like soups that you can grab for your food quest at the main inn that you can't set your hearth to just yet, maybe after the raid. But as I said earlier, these are the bloodhounds, by the way. These bloodhounds do smack, and once you are located by them, I would recommend just running away. Don't fight them like I did, because I got packed up. It wasn't worth it. And then all the guards just basically just ran over and killed me. But yeah, this is the food quest location in the inn. You can grab all these quests here to get the 3 new personal foods. I'm not sure about the feasts yet. I'm sure the feasts are either through another quest line or through the Scarlet Raid itself. For the apple one, I got lucky and just went to this vendor. He had 20 apples. I bought them for 10 gold. I didn't do the whole lasso thing because I was really confused on that. I know it was like somewhere in the yard over here that you had to use the lasso at, but I just saw the apples. I bought them. This is just an easy way to do it. And then you go to the fishing boat, kind of like the similar fishing boat in Stranglethorn Vale near the Bloodsail Buccaneers. It's the same concept. You just go down all the way into the basement, and then eventually you're going to see a bunch of fish barrels. So you just keep attacking them over and over again, and then you gather about 15 of these fish. It's very easy to do. You won't get caught by anybody. Maybe one person will come down since you are fighting and your disguise is off. But regardless of that, you get these fish, gather them all up, and then you can bring this back to the inn to get your other recipe, which then we lead to our final recipe of the day, which is the meat one, the one I'm going after, the Prowler Steak. And you get this meat from Eastern Plaguelands. It's very easy to get, actually. These the quest that you obtain from the inn in New Avalon, it actually unlocks a new loot pool from these mobs and gives you this gently plagued meat, I believe it's called. And you get this plagued meat, and then you hand it in, and then once you're done with all 3 of those things, you now have all your brand new recipes, which in my opinion, I personally think they're going to be best in slot cooking recipes over the ones that we had in AQ, like the smoked desert dumplings, or even the feast in raid. I just think the feast are a more convenient food for everybody, rather than these personal foods giving you a slight little bit more of an advantage. Now let's talk about the engineer stuff, because the engineer questing in New Avalon was extremely expensive. Like the true silver transformers at the auction house, if you can't make these bad boys, we're going like 52 gold. And the Goblin Rocket Field was like the same thing. I believe the true silvers are now 25, but still, it was really expensive. And it was a lot of back and forth, which I noticed with the engineer quests, especially in New Avalon, where you had to get a bunch of scarlet belts. As you see here, I'm farming these mobs, and they drop these scarlet belts, which you basically need 8 out of 8 for, and then you can get the manual to learn engraving on your belt from the Tinker boxes, which also provide the ability to either push a magnetic kickback to other players if you want to use it for PvE or PvP. They also give you 160% increase in speed on your boots, and also a blink now for 20 yards away. On top of the next quest, which you see here, what we're doing right now, is basically using the teleporter to go to Winterlook. You can use the Gadgetzan one too. I went to Winterlook instead because I was farming out there for tiger meat. But regardless of that, once you use that teleporter as well, you can learn the new item, the semi-safe transporter to New Avalon, which you need a bunch of materials for as well. And that costs a lot of money too. But once you have this item basically prepared, it's a 4-hour cooldown, but it's a safe teleport all the way to New Avalon. You no longer need to pay Warlocks for 8 gold over and over again, even though you most likely will still be doing that. But yes, it is a very safe transport to New Avalon. It brings you like kind of to the back left of the garrison. It spawns you right here, but I do think eventually we will be able to have a hearth set in New Avalon itself. Because the vendor there kind of gives you a weird text about saying you can't do it yet or something like that. But regardless of that, all in all, my first day with New Avalon has been very cool. I've been enjoying it very much so. I'm continuously mob farming there because I'm trying to get a lot of holy salts. I think holy salts are going to be very good because you need that for cooking, and only these mobs here are dropping it. I'm sure in raid they will be dropping it as well. But besides that, yeah, I'm having a blast with New Avalon. Tell me your first day experience. Have you guys been enjoying it? Are you guys getting camped out too much outside the gates with the Horde and the Ally fighting each other out there? I know that's happening a lot. And are you surprised that they didn't do the 8-hour, thing like they said they were going to do? They said they were going to turn the server off for 8 hours, but it winded up being a surprise and it was just out. So, I don't know. Overall, though, I had a good time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Much love, amigos. I got to get some rest. I'm pretty damn tired. Keep on keeping on. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Editor, you better believe that best go to the final scene. Shove this water bottle down my throat, peace. Much love to you, amigos. I'll kiss you all. Don't get packed in the comments below. You get shot, I said. YouTube family friendly. Peace.